What is happening, y'all? Welcome on back to episode 38, and it's time to tackle the Lake of Rot. Now, before we do that, we're going to go get a set that is going to greatly increase our survivability. We're going to start from the Abductor Virgin Grace. Now, as a reminder of how to get here, when we're going through the Caria Manor, you can ride the water wheel all the way down to the bottom. You get abducted, and then you make your way through to the subterranean Inquisition Chamber. After beating the boss, you have the Abductor Virgin Grace, and this is what we want. This is up in Altus. Obviously, we don't have the map for this region, but it's actually pretty easy to get where we're going, and you are going to want to have a stoneward key for this. You should have like more than enough of these by now. I mean, I have 18, so there's no chance of us running out of them. Follow to that. That was almost sketchy. I almost just like fell. And on over here we go. Alright, now we are officially in the Altus Plateau. From the testing I did, it doesn't seem like grabbing this stuff is going to negatively impact you in any way. Especially because we're Donstead, you know, there's no other triggers to be concerned about. Like I said, the next big trigger, well, I think there's a small trigger when you kill Morgott, but he's like balls deep in the capital, so we're not going to be getting him anytime soon. Watch out for these volcanic air spurts. They can hurt quite a bit. But so anyway, we're just heading straight north. We're just running along the path of this river. I'm grabbing a couple loose things here and there, like we got that barrage thing. Yeah, see, that's 744 damage just getting popped by that thing. And right where we want to go is immediately up ahead. You can already see the fog. Just grabbing some more stuff. There we go. Now I was saying that this is going to be the next region we go to. You're going to see why. I mean, it's not that bad, and I honestly think that, you know, if you're struggling in the stuff we're about to do, like you're struggling in the Lake of Rot, or you're struggling against any of the bosses, you know, just take that grace we just got and go around and explore this area. The enemies in here are going to be comparable, maybe a slightly less to some extent. And a big thing to keep in mind is like what kind of content you're doing. We're targeting a lot of like big remembered style bosses. You know, if you're going through and you're doing these little caverns and catacombs and stuff like that, you should be just fine. So we're going to go ahead and level up real fast. And to talk a little bit about scaling, so real fast, I just want to point out something here, because people are always asking how to level for damage. So like with this, it's CB. So I know I'm going to get good scaling in strength and good scaling in dex. So a good way to check where you should go is when we're going to level up, I can see that this will bring me up to 630. This is going to bring me up to 631. So because of that, I'm going to get more value out of pumping my dexterity for now. Once they even out, it's going to get a little bit closer. But in general, it's going to scale pretty solid all the way up to like 55 on each stat. So this place it's pretty quick. Just kill these guys real fast. And I do love the speed of this thing. I'd suggest putting the shield on your back just to give you more poison resist. I mean, poison isn't a huge threat, so it's not like it's gonna, you know, oh my god, I'm poisoned, what do I do? Anyway, we're gonna drop on down. Grab a couple poison blooms. There should be some grease that's up on the right. Over there. And, oh my god, one of the goopies got me. No, these things aren't really a threat. You can see it's like, wow, a whole, how much was that? Like a sixth of my health, maybe? So just head towards this dude. We have two paths here. We have the left path and the right path. We are going to want to take the left path first. And this is going to lead us to a couple of rats. And they're guarding, I think it's like a hunk of meat. So, you know, it's not even like significant loot. Most of this place is actually just garbage, but there is some stuff in here that we want. If you want, of course, you can cure the poison. I might as well put a thing on, why not? How many do I have? 3? Yeah, it's plenty. Probably gonna get re-poisoned in a second, but not a huge concern. I could always just pop my flask. So leaving that, we're going to turn and go this way. So I'll just grab the poison bloom because I hate leaving things behind. Let's see, main path. Drop again. Most of these guys are just like garbage. You can kill them if you want. There's going to be some poison mages above there attacking you. Just ignore them. Then focus on the ones that we can kill. Like those guys up there. Continue along. And when we drop, that is the way to the boss. Don't go that way yet. We're going to go this way instead. So boss on the right, path on the left. Keep heading up. Golden rune. Killing that guy to stop him. This is where we want to go. Right into here. Grab the mushroom gear. You can kill this stuff if you want. It doesn't really matter. I would just leave, you know. Just get the stuff, get out. Nobody wants to fight in a poison swamp. And now we're dropping back down. Here. There we go. Grab the boluses. Now we're going to run right back through and drop again. Okay, and moss. Go. Once we drop, and you're looking north, go to the left or west. Kill that guy, and grab a golden rune. And then it's time for the boss. Now this boss is super simple. It's those centipede things that we fought a bunch when we were in Caelid, so you already kind of know the drill with these guys. They're not like in extreme danger or anything, but they can be a little annoying, for sure. So I would we'll load up on the shield. Oh man, hang on, you weigh how much? 11.5? How much are you, 12? I guess I haven't had to use my shield for a while. Let me... If I go down to, like, you. Damn, still too heavy. Oh, screw it. I can be heavy load for a brief... I mean, we don't even really need the shield. It's just the initial start of this fight. You might get popped. Anyway, pop that. Go inside. Pull up the Mimic. And then just hold up your shield. It's just to stop that from hitting you and doing a bunch of damage at the very start of the fight. Alright, now that the fight is gone, we can actually just focus on actually just killing these things. And as you can see, they're not going to be able to survive, like, at all. Kindred of Rot's Exaltation. If you are running a Rot or Poison style build, really, really significant. I think it's got 20% attack power boost while you have that, and the target is either Rot or Poison, so nice little thing to have. But what we really came down here for wasn't that. What we came down here for was the mushroom set. So now that we have that, back to the Lake of Rot shoreside. Now it is time to get ready. So we are going to go to spells. Flame Cleanse Me. You should be able to put this on pretty easily. If you have, it only needs 12 faith. So if you have a rune arc active, you'll hit the stat requirement for it. You could also put on one of these to help boost you up even further. So pretty much any class should be able to hit 12 faith between this and the rune arc active. But so we're gonna have that on. That's useful. We're not even gonna need a weapon while we're running through this area. And then of course we want Flame Cleanse Me. Flame Cleanse Me is just gonna allow us to remove the rot. So what we're gonna do is we want our shield on. We want this on. And we want the Beast Repellent Torch on. Now, as for our gear, Mushroom Man. And this is just going to make this a lot easier because we've gone and boosted our immunity all the way up to 484. And we're going to take things even further. We'll drop this and instead put on a immunizing charm. That takes us up to 574. And then, of course, this shield also raises resistances, so we keep that on our back. And with that, you're ready to just cruise and bruise. Last thing, go on and make up as many of these as you can. This is the last like major rot area. I mean, there's Millennia as well, but that's that's going to be so late you'll have more of these. So those are just a backup. We're going to be using cleanse for most of this. And actually, that's right. There's one guy we're going to fight, so we'll put this on real fast just to kill the very first enemy. For him, we're just going to head straight out. You can see him right there. Look how big that rot bar is. Super nice having access to mushroom armor because of that exact reason. And then when we get here, we can hit this. And of course you can use boluses. I just find this to be a pretty easy strategy to not worry about taking a lot of rot damage. Go ahead and kill that guy, and then warp right back to Lake of Rot Shoreside. The whole reason for doing that, even more, so now it's 624. Now we can drop our weapon off. Grab these, and there's a couple different loots we're going to go for. So the first you can see right over there. So just drop and grab that. And every time we get to a spot, we're going to pop Flame Cleanse Me. Alright, now we're going right off to those structures you see in the distance. If you get rotted, it's okay. Just keep going. Have this torch out. I'm gonna use the boluses real fast. And you can see that beast torch will keep these things away from us. So let's heal that up. Okay, and okay, right where we want to be. We'll get this. And then the next one we go for is right over there. You can see more structures. And you can do Flame Cleanse Me while you're running. It's just it takes a little bit. There's a little bit of a recovery, but we have so much immunity going on right now that it shouldn't really matter. Okay, so over there is kind of the boss of this zone. We are not going to fight him just yet. We're going to go around, get all the loot and whatnot here, and then we'll take that guy out. It's just a Dragonkin soldier. You get a nice katana for killing him. This is going to create boss arenas and make a lot easier to fight him. Second, let me cleanse. We got more of these guys, so our beast repellent torch just to keep them away. That's what I love about this area, because we're in like really squishy armor, but it don't matter, because things that would attack us aren't going to bother us, because we have this torch. There we go. Go on and put on the mushroom crown. It's just an upgrade with even more immunity. This is actually another thing. If you're playing rot or fungal builds, this gives you another attack power boost when you have rotted or fungaled your target. Let's go on and do the cleansing. Okay, Ancestor Dude, Immunizing 2, Room 1 and Cleanse, Loot 2 Cleanse, Loot 3 is a Rune 9. Head to the Obelisk. Did I grab a Rune 9? I think I forgot a Rune 9. I'm not that worried about a Rune 9. Head to the Obelisk for Dragonkin, South for Grabbing Loots, up to Structure, Mushroom Crown, and warp back to the Grace. Alright. This time we're going to be heading in the other direction. Hit that. And there's some goodies over there we're going to go get, but this is going to be raising a couple pathways. It'll just make things easier. We'll go and grab that. Of course, these guys aren't a concern because we have our torch. We're going to actually use a couple boluses in this next part, just because it's a lot of running and grabbing, and it's easier to just gobble one of these up than do the cast. I like doing the cast when we're around somewhere that's stationary, like, you know, hopping over here. You know, great, there's nothing around me. I can casually put this on. Then we're going to run straight on over to this next one. This. And we're going to run on over here for the final pillar. And I mean, you can run through this area and try to out-heal it and only use boluses, but I mean, honestly, it's a pain in the ass, and you don't really fight anything here, so I think it's pretty simple just using a strategy like this. Now we actually do need to fight something, so slap on your weapon. You can change your armor if you want. I think just, you know, beating this thing down and using a flask should be plenty. It's an Alabaster Lord. We've killed these things before. It's the same thing that has the gravity sword that we fought back at Caelid, so they're not a particular threat. I do like to wait for it to get over here, just so I'm in a bigger area to fight it, since it does use gravity. And yeah, you can see it took 4 hits and the thing was dead. You get his sword. Pretty cool weapon. It has the same gravity effect, but it's larger than the regular one, so strength, dex, and int. Getting people in. And then after doing all that, we can keep our weapon on. Doesn't really matter. Go on over here and get this. Alright, that's our Sombering 9. We're going to take the ladder down for some goodies. Yeah, this area looks like it really sucks, but like honestly, if you know what you're doing here, it's just cruise right on through. And the Mushroom Armor makes it such a breeze. I mean, between that and the Immunizing Charm, we could even get more if we wanted. If we wanted to, we could put on... Oh, we never grabbed it. Damn. Well, we'll do the Belfry soon. The one from the Belfries is a minor increase. It increases all of your resistances, but the Immunizing +1, that's more than enough. That, along with the Mushroom Armor, have a huge, huge drop bar. But once we get through it, I'm going to put back on my other armor and show you how bad it would have been without this stuff. We got a shiny right here. Chase him down. There we go. Our Sombering 6. And then run on back over to this thing. scroll down. You don't have to do this. This just keeps us out of the rot. There's one more goodie we're going to get over there, but before we do that, we're going to grab ourselves a grace. So just run along this left path. And there we go. And we'll go back up, get a couple more loots, warp back to the previous grace, kill the Dragonkin soldier, and then we'll be on our merry way. There's another piece of candy right here. Go over here. We're going to be teleporting in a second, so I wouldn't worry about the rot. The cookbook, and then we are going to warp on over to Lake of Rot Shoreside. So that covers our loot. Now we got to go fight the Dragonkin. Similar before, we're going to take the right path. This is going to get us nice and close. We can almost take this all the way over to him. Of course, having your torch out keeps these guys away. Get a little bit closer. Okay. At this point, we don't really need this stuff anymore. Well, I guess it comes up slightly in the next area. Nah, we'll switch. We'll switch back. Back to my Thickums armor. Alright. So go ahead and pop your mimic. Or whatever it is that you want to use. Wait for him to come over to this platform. Come on. Oh, there goes my shield. Oh my god, the mimic. See, this is what I'm talking about when they said they patched the thing's AI. Like, look at it, bro. Come on. He's using a torch. At least the skeletons would have served as a distraction. I might die here. Alright, well, sure I'm glad I have my mimic. He did so much there to assist me. Dragon Scale Blade, pretty interesting katana, not all that good. Let me grab the loose loots here. This should be a golden rune, liver proof, and then one more over there. This is the thing from the beta, the network test here, we're gonna call it. So, regular katana, it gets ice and lightning when it's buffed, but it doesn't have any bleed on it, and because of that, honestly, it doesn't really stack up against a lot of the other katanas in the game. That golden rune. Alright, and we are good. So from here, we're going to warp over to the Grand Cloister. And can we get through the cloister right now? We got a seed beast we got to fight. And then after that, we got to do a stele, and then the moonlight altar. So yeah, I think this seems like a good spot to wrap. So we'll go ahead, use up our runes to 9. So 2 points gets me to 391. 394, that's good. So yeah, we're gonna close out here. The next episode, we're gonna finish up this area. We're gonna try to take down a stele, and then we're gonna wrap up Ronnie's full quest line, which is what you need to achieve one of the trophy endings. So stay tuned. More is coming your way shortly.